So our next topic is going to be how to identify financing and customers. Anybody here looking for money for their business? Yeah? So there are a lot of you who didn't raise your hands who don't need money to start your business, right? Okay, so here's the deal with identifying that money. And by the way, for those of you looking to go to the bank to seek financing for your business, I could tell you that they're going to charge you a lot of money in interest. So anybody heard of an SBA loan, small business loan? So what happens is, I'll give you the insight on that. If you go to a bank and you try to apply for a loan and they turn you down, you can actually ask the SBA to back your loan, and then you go to the same bank. You can go to the same bank or other banks, and with the support of the SBA backing, you may qualify for the very same loan that you get turned down for. Now, the thing that you're not told, I've asked this question and they kind of beat around the bush to answer this, but SBA taps on top of whatever your loan percent payback is, another percent or so. So if you're getting a loan at 3% or 4%, you're actually, another 1% of it is going to go to SBA. So just be aware of that. And let me just share with you, in the loans that you're going to apply for, there's more than one type of loan. If you don't qualify for a business loan, there's with home equity loans. There's other types of loans. There's lines of credit. There's a whole bunch. There's probably dozens upon dozens of ways to get money. And the other way of using money for your business is not looking for money in itself, but looking for people to give you things that you need to start your business without having to pay for them. So you work on barter. If you've ever been to a department store, you know, you go through Macy's, you go through Bloomingdale's or Saks Fifth Avenue, there's tons and tons of inventory in those stores. I can guarantee you most of that inventory, like at least half of it, is not even paid for yet. What they do is they give them up until a certain time frame to pay on all that stuff. That's why when a certain time frame comes up, you'll see these enormous sales trying to clear out their inventory because their bills are coming due. And so that's another way of raising money or capital by saving money or offsetting what you need to owe. So, and then as far as identifying customers, who are the people who want your product? Who will most benefit? You have to know your psychographics, your demographics, and your technographics. What that basically means is, what's the age group? Certainly if you have an age group that you're catering towards, which is into AARP or modern maturity, they're not going to be into buying for themselves skateboards or soccer outfits, maybe for their grandkids. So you have to identify that. If you're selling stuff for handicapped people with wheelchairs, you're not going to be marketing to athletes. So you need to be quite aware of who your customers are. And where can you find those? By the way, I'll give you a little inside tip, that if you need information for both your business plan and for you to become more competitive with what you're trying to sell and promote, I assume that most of you are going to be either in service industry or product sales, like a retail shop possibly, or manufacturer in some way, but not as many. What you could do is reach out to different publications, and they have something free that if you were to pay for yourself would cost you probably tens of thousands of dollars. And that is information in its white papers or its sales kits. So if I were to contact the New York Times, well, let's say my customer was typically a tennis player. They love to play tennis. So these are people, maybe they drive around BMWs, and I was selling BMWs. I can get a report from Tennis Magazine telling me all the psychographics of their audience. What's their lifestyle like? How much money? Where do they live? All that stuff is out there and free and available. All you need to do is ask those publications for a copy of their sales kit with that information in it.